Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new Blackout Valorant video. So as you guys know, Gekko is the brand new agent to Valorant. He is the brand new initiator to the game. So we're gonna go over some of his abilities, tips and tricks, and how you want to play Gekko. Now, the thing I find most interesting about Gekko is that he controls these creatures to do all his abilities for him, which is actually really cool because one of them can actually plant the spike. To be honest, I never expected to see Valorant kind of like meld with Pokemon, but this is definitely interesting and it's a welcome change to the game, and I think it will switch things up, so that's definitely a plus. But yeah, let's get into Gekko. But actually, before we get into Gekko, I do want to say thank you so much for liking each video as much as you guys do. It is super helpful for the YouTube algorithm and for the channel as a whole, and I actually extremely appreciate it a lot, so thank you so much guys. With that, let's get into the video.
I got lost in the holes in the headlights. Couldn't breathe, couldn't stop for the headlights. Why this feet never feel like my own life. I got no time for that, I got no time.
Alright, so Gekko. So just a quick explanation of Gekko's abilities. We're gonna go over them really fast. Alright, so Gekko's E is called Dizzy, which is just the cute blue turtle creature. So Gekko equips Dizzy and fires it to soar through the air. Dizzy charges and then unleashes Plasma Blast at enemies in line of sight. Enemies hit by Plasma Blast are blinded. So if you guys are curious, this is really just kind of like a flash, but it's really just like a goopy flash. So rather than actually flash like the whole screen, it'll just drop a little splat on the opposing agent. No, you do not have to aim it or line it up or anything like that. It is actually within the vicinity, so as it like floats, or as Dizzy floats through the air, then when he reaches contact with someone, then he blinds them. By the way, Dizzy's flash works on more than one agent, so if you have multiple enemies as Dizzy is floating through the air when you're trying to drop this flash, then he will just, goop all of them. All right, the next ability is from our little yellow carrying spike creature, Pikachu-esque. But yeah, Wingman is going to be Gekko's Q. All right, so Gekko equips Wingman and fires its seeking enemies. Wingman unleashes a concussive blast toward the first enemy he sees. So that's actually really nice because concuss are really strong in Valorant. It makes it easier just to get kills, and I prefer them over flashes, but that's just me. Gekko can also use alternate fire to send Wingman out to either defuse the spike or plant the spike, which is kind of busted, but we'll talk more about that. Gekko must have the spike in his inventory to use Wingman as the planter. Gekko can retrieve Wingman after a short cooldown, and this also goes with Dizzy as well. So these creatures, you can actually reclaim them or pick them back up after you use them initially. Obviously, there are other agents that can kind of pick up their abilities and stuff, like back up, like Chamber and stuff, but this works a little bit differently since it's closer to one of the orbs when you pick up. So that interaction when you have one of the ultimate orbs when you're trying to get your ultimate, that is the interaction you're actually going to see when you try to retrieve back your creatures. All right, so moving on to Gekko's next ability, which is his C, which is called Mosh Pit. I think this might be my favorite ability out of Gekko's entire kit, but Gekko equips Mosh Pit and can throw the projectile underhand with alternate fire or throw it normally using regular fire. So if you play Raise, you can toss your grenade or throw it, so it's like that. Mosh Pit duplicates upon landing and explodes after a short delay across a wide area, most similar obviously to agents like KO and stuff. But the cool thing about Mosh Pit is that if it explodes and people are inside of the pit, it's pretty big, but they have a lot of time, then they actually die instantly. And I mean that, they actually die instantly. So it's a busted ability. We'll have to see in terms of delay how long it's gonna last. I don't think we have seconds or delay in terms of how long certain abilities last yet. We will, but if this is the case, it's pretty insane. All right, so moving on to Gekko's final ability and his ultimate, it is called Thrash. So Gekko equips Thrash and steers her toward the enemies. Activate to lunge and explode, which detains enemies. So very similar to Killjoy, or actually exactly like Killjoy. After Thrash expires, she can be picked up again, another charge after a short cooldown to be used once more. Now the thing with Thrash is I think it could definitely be really strong in a quick 1v1 on maps. So in terms of a tip, using Thrash, you could use it once and you could just get a reset off of that, grab it, pick it up again, and then use it on site. So it's a really strong ultimate. So I think Gekko is really versatile. So this is just me going over Gekko as a whole, what I think about the agent itself, or the agent himself. I think he's really versatile, but I think his strengths are going to be on maps like Haven, where obviously you can have fights that are really long range, you know, just kind of far off, but you also have fights that are really close, unlike maps like Breeze, which is obviously out of rotation. So we're not really going to see Gekko on Breeze. But maps where things are more widespread, where it's easier to kill your creatures, he may not be as strong, but he does have that versatility where he can reach certain areas because his creatures do go quite far. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a give and take. It's a ex machina, whatever. Another really strong tip, I think, when it comes to playing Gekko is the fact that you really need to take advantage of the fact that you can actually grab his creatures. Like, that's an actual mechanic. Obviously, that's an actual mechanic in his kit, but it wouldn't be there unless Riot actively wanted you to actually grab the creatures back. So if you notice, there's a pattern here that all of his creatures, or more or less, I think all of them, you can actually just grab them back. And so that's a part of his playstyle. So in terms of being more proactive or active in terms of how you maneuver with your creatures is really, really important. So as Gekko gets more playtime and pros get their hands on him, then maybe I'll make an updated video. I think probably will, because I love creating Valorant content for you guys, in terms of like really cool things you can do with Gekko and stuff. Obviously right now tips and stuff are going to be quite linear because literally Gekko hasn't even officially come out yet, so we'll have to see again. So hopefully this explanation of his abilities in certain scenarios you could actually use them, you do find them helpful. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, definitely smash the like button and turn on notifications for all future Valorant videos, updates, all that good stuff. I love creating Valorant content for you guys, consistently uploading on the channel, all that good stuff. So I appreciate each and every one of you, all the amazing new subscribers. You guys have been amazing, fantastic, love you guys. But yeah, my name is Blackout, guys. As always, till next time, peace.
Been on my solo, keeping my head right down. Come follow my hero. Come sit on there right now. Maybe I follow. Slip over my head right now. But I miss one.